school pickup.
We break it down by neighborhood with alerts and updates on TV at 6 a.m.
Again at 6 p.m. and on all your devices.
NBC4 First Alert Weather, most accurate for 9 years.
I want to thank my guests, Tom Holland, Stavros Halkias, Dan Mintz, everybody. Thanks for watching. We love you.
NBC4 News at 11 starts with breaking news.
Two dangerous pursuits speeding across LA freeways and surface streets. One driver weaving through rush hour traffic, another on the run from the CHP. No one was injured, but there were a number of close calls. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. NBC4's Robert Kovacic is here now with those moments and the latest on those who got away. Robert.
Carolyn, you saw it live on NBC4 during our 5, 6, and 7 p.m. newscast today. Two separate pursuits through rush hour traffic, and when they both ended, all those inside these white vehicles trying to evade police traded those white vehicles for their red-hot feet.
Tonight, they tried to run, but they could not hide. The LAPD tells NBC4 they have detained 1, 2, 3 people who disappeared after starring in a live television drama narrated by our Ileana Moreno in News Chopper 4.
This is the right shoulder. He's basically just taking whatever he can.
Not only was this white Mercedes stolen, the driver believed to be armed with a gun. What started in the San Fernando Valley wound up navigating across the city's 3 busiest freeways. At times, the SUV topping speeds at 100 miles an hour. Also playing bumper cars in bumper-to-bumper rush hour traffic, hitting other vehicles. On surface streets, the danger only intensified, the bends blowing through red lights and stop signs. And then there was this twist. Heading towards downtown LA on the 110, bikers tried to slow the driver down, attempting to pin the car in the far lane. Finally, at 8th and Olive, the car abandoned, and it is said a woman and 2 men fled into a parking structure. This video into our newsroom showing the LAPD taking them into custody at a hotel. And from a hotel to a hospital. That's where this driver ditched his pickup and then took off.
Pretty fast one here on both surface streets.
According to the CHP, he's still running. What exactly he did wrong, still not known, as the pursuit kicked off just after 7 night when he failed to stop for a traffic violation in the San Gabriel Valley. This one a much shorter chase as the truck went flying down the 2 to the 134. Not waiting for the exit ramp, he tried to get off the freeway using an on-ramp. And then this happened.
Never mind, look at this, off-roading in that Toyota Tacoma. You know the vehicle can do it, but wow, look at that.
Even though he left the car and seemingly ran toward Glendale Adventist, the hospital tells us they never went on lockdown and it was business as usual. The reality show kept to the streets of Southern California.
And we just got an update from the CHP. The driver of that pickup still has not been found. Authorities tell us it's possible he either found a ride or found a car to steal. Now, despite all this drama, as Carolyn mentioned, fortunately, no injuries in either of these pursuits, just some drivers who found themselves in a police chase that left their cars with some dings and dents and missing side view mirrors. I'm Robert Kovacic. Carolyn?
Some crazy chases, Robert. New surveillance video shows the moment a car slammed into a pole in Winnetka. The deadly crash happened at Parthenia and Mason Streets overnight. Police tell us the driver of a BMW was speeding when he lost control. Both he and his passenger were killed. Neighbors say it is a dangerous road for reckless driving.
Usually when there's a dip coming up, the sign is very visible. It's not so visible on the other side. And like I said, there's just so many cars that are racing, and I think they see it, but they don't see the depth of it.
No other cars were involved in the crash. Police say both people who died were men in their 20s. Head outside right now. This is a live look from our camera atop Mount Wilson this evening, and meteorologist David Bigger is here with a look at the first alert forecast and the wee cooling we can expect.
Yes, it was slightly cooler today, Caroline, across the region, and tomorrow will be slightly cooler as well. And by slightly, we're talking maybe 1 to 2 degrees at most. Temperatures today got into the upper 90s around the Inland Empire, mid-90s still around the San Fernando Valley. Downtown LA about a degree cooler than yesterday at 88 degrees, when we saw 83 degrees around Long Beach and the 70s around Oxnard. But as we go into the second half of the week, the heat is making a return, and that means all the heat alerts are making a return as well. Friday through Sunday, we are looking at a moderate to high risk of heat-related illnesses, which is why we have heat advisories, that orange color, as well as this purple coloring, and that is the extreme heat warning across the region. I want to make a note, though, for the area mountains and for the deserts, the warnings and the advisories go into effect on Thursday, but the rest of the region, it all starts on Friday. And then on top of that, we've also got some pretty rough surf along the coastline. We have a high surf advisory that goes into effect tomorrow. It goes all the way through Saturday. We're now looking at large breaking waves 5 to 8 feet high. And we are also looking at some pretty dangerous rip conditions along the area coastline, so definitely stay out of the water unless you're an experienced swimmer and you know what you're doing. And because we are looking at such high surf, thanks to a hurricane well to our south kicking up a nice southerly swell, we're also looking at the possibility of some coastal flooding. So we have a coastal flood advisory where we're looking at mild coastal flooding. It will be during the evening hour high tides over the next couple of days, somewhere between 9 p.m. and about 10 p.m. Coming up in a couple of minutes, I'll show you how hot it's going to get later on this week. But right now, I'll send it back to you, Carolyn.
All right, we'll see you shortly, David. Federal agents served warrants today at the home and office of San Bernardino County Supervisor Kurt Hagman. The FBI told NBC4 investigates that agents served federal warrants, which are under seal. It is unclear whether the supervisor was home at the time. Hagman represents the communities of Chino Hills, Montclair, Ontario, and Upland. We also spotted the FBI at this mansion in Beverly Hills today. FBI agents spent hours today at the home on Cannon near Santa Monica Boulevard. We know they were serving search warrants there as well. They are also under seal by court order, so we don't know exactly what they were looking for. Now to new plans for the potential rebuild in Boyle Heights at the site of that warehouse fire disaster. NBC4 has learned that Lineage has filed an application to rebuild their facility. The company is still in the middle of clearing out millions of pounds of waste and rotting food, with complaints about the smell that's impacting surrounding communities. The mayor called Lineage's new actions a slap in the face to the families impacted by the fire and its smell. And in a new statement from Lineage tonight, the company said, in part, the application is for a permit to repair the damage from the fire, which was not caused by the cold storage operations at the facility. This is normal course in the repair process and will not impact or distract us from the important work of cleanup. And be sure to stay with NBC4 for continuing coverage of the Lineage warehouse fire. Right now on our NBCLA app and at NBCLA.com, we have much more on the cleanup efforts that continue ahead of the August 13th deadline. A major transformation is underway at the Hollywood Burbank Airport. It is on track to open its new passenger terminal after nearly a century of serving Southern California travelers. NBC4's Tracy Leong is live at the airport for us with a look at the project that's nearing completion. Tracy.
Yeah, Carolyn, and you can see that new terminal that's under construction right behind me. It's set to open in about 3 months. Officials say it'll be safer and more modern while keeping the same small town charm Hollywood Burbank is known for.
After nearly 100 years of serving Southern California, Hollywood Burbank Airport is getting an upgrade, built for the next generation of air travel, called Elevate Burr.
We are on time. We are on budget. We are expected to open October 13th in the cities, the Tri-Cities, Burbank, Glendale, Pasadena. None of our taxpayers are paying for this.
Construction began on this $1.3 billion project in 2024 and is now about 76 days away from being completed. Hollywood Burbank opened in 1930. Officials say it's time to replace the aging facility to meet current safety standards while maintaining the easy and simple travel experience passengers have come to expect.
One of the things we like to do in terminal design is to make sure that there's always only one decision you have to make at a time. So whether you turn right, turn left, go up, down, we want to make it simple on passengers.
Elevate Burr will maintain the airport's current 14-gate layout with even more space and modern amenities, including shopping and dining. There will also be a new ticketing lobby, a redesigned baggage screening system, an updated TSA checkpoint, and a larger parking garage.
So one of the things we were excited about designing in this is bringing in the old Hollywood feel. Early on, there was a lot of charrettes with the public, and that was one of the themes that really came across.
The new terminal will serve the same size aircraft as the current terminal, and that means one of the things some people love about this will remain. There won't be any jet bridges. You'll still be able to walk out on the tarmac to climb the stairs and board your flight.
Our history has always been to continue to come in and out of and just the old school feel. We want to keep that retro feeling of being here in the brand new terminal.
Once the new terminal is operational, they will begin demolition of the old terminal, and that's expected to take 9 months. Reporting live in Burbank, Tracy Young, NBC4 News.
Tracy, thank you. In Orange County tonight, the search for solutions as the popularity of e-bikes and e-motorcycles grows. Prosecutors are putting parents on notice. They've already charged 4 adults this year for crashes involving their kids. Community members heard from 72-year-old Stephanie Potter at today's Rotary Club meeting in Seal Beach. She was hit by a teen riding an e-motorcycle and spent 2 weeks in the ICU.
The point of impact, my face hit the concrete. That's why my jaw and my nose are broken.
If they have been told and the dangers have been explained to them and they disregard that information and they say, no, go ahead, continue to ride this, that's what we would consider criminal negligence.
The Orange County DA's office says 26 more investigations are underway, which could result in parents being charged. Up next, 11 new allegations over what ICE agents did during immigration enforcement operations, the lawsuit by the ACLU. Plus, the condo coyotes of West Hollywood. We check back in on this pack of squatters and what the city says it's now doing about it.
Get new clothes for free. Today in LA finds a smart way to clear your closet and get fresh outfits. The new swap party's taking off. We're live with the pros how to find one or host one. For your money, Thursday at 6.
A serious injury from a car accident pauses your life. Your accident attorneys at Sweet James help you move forward. Call now for a free case review.
Laugh it up with Chico Bean, live August 8th. Morongo!
If you've been hurt in a car accident, it can be one of the hardest times of your life. Let us help you through it.
In the settlement process, they were great.
I actually felt great about my settlement. If you're hurt, 1-800, all twos.
We're the Law Brothers.
We celebrate how the community has made our world more accessible. The work has just begun.